Actually, we have been reporting on this particular matter about this particular Russian guy or Ghana or Shemetha glasses, spectacles be a recording and a camera into all show and as on no aiding common on a recorder. This is the Russian guy in question. Now, some Russian guy we Ghana no occur various points like Accra Mall and major centers into Oba. Hello, how are you doing? No, Obana, this, so I'm fine. My name is this. Obana Suzu. My name is Doris. Or say, okay, how old are you? Or say, I'm 29 years. You look 21. Follow me. No. Now, official ladies here, these are the pictures of the multiple encounters of ladies this particular Russia guy had with. Now yam come out updates now because we are learning apparently allegedly on this way on it to do na a die unprotected. Now what is really making this case very much shocking is that he did not just do this in Ghana. He went to Kenya and other African countries to do the same. But Kamiako said Ghana is actually taking this to the next level because Minu Kasas is here, the Minister of Communications together with the Gender Ministry and also the presidency here in Ghana. About this particular man. The whole screen so the government to extradite Russian gentleman involved in secret filming of Ghanaian ladies, Sam George. So we are learning that this particular guy, Obaya or name ba ekasa ye impemwa grow video Ghana is now moving or taking steps to take him because or Russia, and you are taking steps to extradite him to Ghana. I don't know how possible that is, but then according to Sam George, he has also summoned the Russia ambassador to Ghana to demand answers on how this thing even happened in the first place. But before then, you can see Sam George on one case in Sema or when we come back.
The Cybersecurity Authority is one of the agencies under my ministry, and I'm sure leading up to the Christmas, you guys saw the clampdown we did on cybercrime and fraud and all of that. Part of what we do is also to deal with sextortion and child online protection. In this instance, I'm sure you're referencing the Russian gentleman who came into the country. Yesterday, I caused the ministry to send an invitation to the Russian ambassador. I intend to see him this week and have a conversation with him. We're taking a very strong view of it. The individuals involved are not minors. None of them is a minor. They're grown-up adults who made decisions. What the Cybersecurity Authority is interested in, and my ministry is interested in, is not in the moral judgment of the individuals. It's in the non-consensual sharing of the videos that were posted online. That is a crime. It's not a crime to be able to convince a man or a woman to go into your room with you in 6 minutes. That's not a crime by the law. That's a personal decision to make. But it is a crime to record a person without their consent. And even when you record and keep it on your phone, and the person finds out and reports to us, we will prosecute you and you go to jail. That's the law of the land. Now, you don't just record it, but you go and post it on a website for financial gain. That gentleman will be looked for. We will activate every resource in our disposal, working with Interpol. The way we've worked with Interpol to extradite Ghanaians to other jurisdictions, we will request the Russian authorities, and that's why I've invited a Russian ambassador, to work with our law enforcement. We want the gentleman to come to Ghana, to be brought back to Ghana, extradited to Ghana, for him to face the rigors of our law. Ghanaian citizens, irrespective of their decision-making, will be protected by their government. The government of John Dramani Mahama will ensure that every citizen's rights are protected. And you cannot record a citizen without their consent and air that or post that online. That constitutes a crime under the Cyber Crime Offences Act, the Cyber Security Authority Act, CSA Act 1038 of Ghana, passed in 2020 by Parliament. So we will work on it. We're working on it. We'll be with my Lelu team at Cybersecurity is building a full docket, whether we have the gentleman or not, I intend for us to file a full prosecution. We'll make a representation before the courts, try him in absentia, and get judgment if he fails to show up. But we will not let this go. I mean, my colleague Minister for Gender has issued a statement as well, because most of these victims were women. But we would pursue this to its legal conclusion and ensure that this never happens again. But once again, to our countrymen and women, we urge caution. We urge caution. I mean, we need to be minded about some of these things and careful. But on the legal parts, we will do our part. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So some way in Sam George Edibet Tuja, you could hear that Sam George clearly was of the view that they will try to first of all establish a contact between the Ghana government and the Russia government, which they've done by actually summoning the Russia ambassador to Ghana. 2, they will try to get details of this man, try to make their case for the Russian government. Say we need to extradite this man from Russia to Ghana to face charges. 3, if the man shows up or doesn't show up, the government of Ghana, led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the various ministries together with the Ministry of Gender and also the Ministry of Communication will start a legal process, which is what panel courts. Possibly you man a lawyer, and I say man a lawyer crana. You be dinner sempe pepe, you near my judgment. Sana beya ye who say opie any other African countries, be it Ghana, Kenya, or any other countries. What we can do as a nation is to arrest him. Because Russia, be extraditing him to Ghana will be difficult. But we see any soil Ghana, our country, no extradition treaty. They will extradite this particular Russian criminal to Ghana. Now, we show pictures now. These are the ladies he had encounters with, and this is the Russian guy. Can want him. But me know say one of the ladies that this particular guy had an encounter with, or the same be Ababetuja. She is now explaining her fair share of the whole event. I also say, Ushia Papano. Dear, but then contrary to what people were thinking, or no, this particular lady nipa so Ushia Papane dear, but brother Pano, or ni papa ni din koma Papane say, or mombe say non koni hotel no, or refuse it. Fast track and then no expose a bar, one more muko Papane dem no, or minim edit that social media and internet no so. Yensho video eba baka.
Yeah, if you are sona, omo chocolates, aye way one. What say yana? So who's ice cream now? I am a pepancy. My point is, man, I'm a poor most and I'm a Toby region. Guys, me PFP more, you man, a guy in the Shiami. Wow, African beauty. You have a nice color. I like your smile. And when I'm a stray, and I'm a train. I say, oh, please, can I talk to you? I'm saying, okay, go ahead. They brought for each other and you brought for papa. They brought for you brought for papa. Let me say, go ahead. Now say, me quite fan. Let me say, me could fear. Now say, can I be your friend? Can I get your number? Let me say, no, thank you. Because on country, me say, open me, you know. When you on country, so I have a boyfriend, Darby. Because no on country, me say, open me. Your kind, so I want to be a friend. Can I get your number? Let me say, no. Me for now, no, because oh, Ghanaian guys are not like that. I've met so many people, they are not like that. They are very friendly. Now, Mr. Massa, please, I'm in hurry, so another time, let me try and so I'm a boy. No, chasing me. Or chasing me, oh, please, can you escort me to wherever I'm going? Now, Mr. Way, not so. I just want to show you where I live. Maybe you think I'm a bad person, so if you see where I live, maybe you can give me your number or something. I'm just check. Number for my farmer, let me do it. And oh baby, I would say, because try a day. When you're my friend, I don't know you for anywhere. I don't know you from anywhere. Man can't you know me count with me. I am in pressure. What pressure me can me go here. Into me before so I'm in casa. Am I eating? So I can say na me John I'm friend because they me sorry how much I'm paying you now. Oh, my sorry. Into my before you must I don't want to waste my time. I walk from the point you're straight to the house. My baby, no matter. And just always wasting my time now. Casa me brain or not. Me boy here for tea. Me book for me casa. Na my eating. Na me John. Na me tea. Now me say please, are you done? Oh, my house is just here. I'll just take car, then we go. I'm say, please, I'm not interested. I'm going somewhere. Meanwhile, I'm going somewhere, so I'm not interested. Thank you. So now for we do me me a nice girl. So why is me behave to say like I want to go up so di matter. Behave to so be a if in our town, Sana no patch. We need behave to so be a if in our town. There was share girls with Briomon, yes, sir. Was share girls with Briomon, yes, sir. That didn't snap again. I am who trim Chinese, sir. Sana or patch. As some man okay, Sana no patch, but the girl for incident is Papa Internet. After me, John, I make sure for you. The one I made it, I'm a mapa. And I made it, it's 2 10 a year. I'm a request the cow. Naka be 2 minutes, Naka ne draw. Nti me hu sa ka 2 minutes na na ndie maybe am jana e wo se me fi ho se da ko gina ho ted e ko gina kwan ho se de me pe ka akufo na kwa na se be gina menim. Please, just a friend, I mean no harm, just a friend. Let me say, please, I've told you several times. Do you want me to call the security? If you have video down remember I please. I don't like whatever you are doing. You have to go inside. I'm waiting for somebody. I'm waiting for somebody. But I'm a train car. And one a car by now. Oh, and can we move up a driver? No way, no, has a young company. The better will say that guy, you know. Kaya some way I'm making. It's not kind man of when inside the please, I want to talk to you. I'm the driver 2 9 that driver is you, mommy. What tells my driver to come here? Hey, mommy, the way you're brony now, what to teach your own mouth brony, and I'm ready or tray. They come to ready or tray. Brony. Into guys, some engina Makuma so engina some boyfriend, engina say, me interested that by this time coming to many videos anymore. And come in and in videos in him. When you're bad. Learn how to say no. Learn how to say I'm not interested. Learn how to be expensive. Me I'm telling you, me yo be how. Me yo be but I get back up me one. Me need I get back up no. Me can say be obi way into no me so no me things to get whatever the person is having. You don't know how the person got all those things that he or she is having. You don't know. Or your boss some you can mean he in frame. You don't know. Until sometimes or your bar try to say no.
Okay. In some way, na lady in order to just so share brandy we our crammer, but then after many advances, the Russia guy and when she didn't give into advances of this guy. Now, Minoka say, you know, there is another update about this whole Russian guy saga. This is the guy in question. We are learning it's on a TikTok handle, no, the TikTok page, no, it has been taken down, and also the victims, you know, from various countries, no, must start say a complaining because guy we know or a criminal or no we are or law no quote no that no sounds for video na kwa tone. Now Minoka say there is a particular lady or no dear or hotel ho or the bemanity hotel ho. Video ni edi can share you know the lady said she did not give in to the guy until on a guy na go hotel or pen baby fire. But then this lady actually went to the hotel of this particular guy. But then didn't see because you never see or no Diana. So no Dia was it protected or unprotected? At the end of catcher or Mawiska na. Meno can say na don't kwasa and this lady no involved no akasa on a lengthy interview into no you a brief part of it. Ye babaka eti for ye betuas.
Udin ye den. Okay. And papa no one ananda.
Baby.
Oh yeah, sure.
Mom, me life better so me not have sex, man. And you say me call for sex and I say okay them something and I be busy and me call ma. Or approach me was surprise so now me go tell me boss me I call routing because me I call hansi for apartment me real estate ejuma.
Okay.
And see, all approaching me or counter on what's your video now? Who say why you cut and join your conversation anymore? I will be some said you work here, and I'm saying no, I'm a real estate agent. One of them said, okay, he just got into the country that he wants an apartment where he is expensive, so he would like to move. And I saw that as an opportunity for me to get a client. And so we're cutting her side, no, but the bill do you work here? And a space big day man or didn't phone man say I should give him my number that he will call me if anything. Ma, after me boss buy a call scouting nana or Fred say, can we meet up so that we discuss about the property? And I'm saying no problem. And I make catch a boss say this and that I've gotten a potential client that wants to meet up. And I'll say okay fine. I should order boats and go and meet him up. Ma, they did me call her no. Ma, they did me call her no.
So video na odi na we twa wa kate no wo say wo de akwakoto or de akoto bebi a oni nkrofo da wo betu iska yempese ochina nkwa wo kan say ochina kwa bia beba na akwako a different story say wo ko
meni nanda
okay enti wo ko honom no wo ko ni dem no e de ade na ati
It's me call inside, or he was trying to make advances towards me. And I catch and he said, that's not what I'm here for. He called me that he wanted an apartment, so we should discuss it. But if you want other ladies, there are other ladies out there. I can even help him get, because I have a man, like I'm married, Crampo. That's what I told him. In Tiaka Sanamiga and say you should pay for my boat going back again, because that's how it's done. I can't waste my time and come here. No, you rice and chicken when the feed mom say, as you take on swear any country food, I can't eat that rice. But then it's only local rice that I take. But he should pay for my TNT and let me go. I know, mommy, 200 Ghana cedis. Man, tell me from Fakana, it's okay. That means the 80 cedis, he said I should use it for the food. And I'm so okay, fine. For the time wasted. So that man for both nimpo. Me pay for apartment one and me friend madam send the bonamania adia obrunino me buy or try so be she didn't pick up. So the next morning when I met with my boss, I told her about it and we even laughed about it. Then Bonifoni be Jimmy. But I didn't know say all this he was recording. I never had sex with him, ma. I never had sex with him. The videos on Telegram, I don't know how to enter there to get everything to prove myself. But the videos that are already out are the ones I sent to you. But I don't know why my video and this one is everywhere. My family is at stake. My son too, he's so young to be going through this. My mom too. Everything is so messed up.
Okay. But why worry now?
Trying.
And ukun or kadeng?
As of now, he wants a divorce because with all the shame, he can't handle it.
But say, oh, madam, on him, say, one and now quanquada. Ain't you know, can we?
The madam knew. I told her everything, and I never hide anything from her because she's a woman too. And there's no way I will even lie about this and come out and be forcing so hard to clear my name. Once I know, say, I had sex with the person, your Telegram, my video is there having sex with the man, and I'll still come out and be pushing to talk to people to help me clear my name, I will not do that. Because if they dig in and they go and see the video again, it's also a shame to me. I never had sex with this man, ma.
I make me jedi awo Kennedy. Me jedi awo Kennedy said ya wo send me message say nyame koye. Inti ukun na ye ka ye betumi a ye ne bekasa because me that's one thing I'm saying say oba honum for adwuma and he's doing everything to trend. He's doing everything to get money. Inti enyam video no o hwe bi kura wa forward no. What you say? And you know, I don't know because one and nanda, and you can say, and a yedding say, Uber to me, church was at the same time, no, ukun ni buefu near dear, we are Muslim. Yes, so, dear, your best son is Sanka, ukuna, a beer and penufu bet me in Nakasa. because what catch no but she call back because rare estate one more eton apartment one more rent apartment na there enti guy ni share no video ni mo no obisa ne say ni din won fe ene edi adwuma na wo ye no see ono so of rent up baby at rent because baby o won ne bu ne ye den and see okay we crowd a good opportunity or say or catch and madam so can your madam obetumi aba be kasa ma o madam betumi ni wura kasa Selena.
Mama try. Anytime, anything.
Yes, so then that's
Yes,
what we have to do, sir. My wo madam in casa na wo madam so on clear with you say wo call honom ni say na see and at the same time no video na all post no and ya de obehu wo adagya wom and ya de obehu adagya wom nti ukun na say yes no ukun na say yes no na ye pa ne cho say e dwuma and oni so ni mo adwuma wo yes say mo rent apartment ni ade I am so sorry. I will post the video. I don't know say open say would do kuni number be mam nam na kaswan and was say ye dey onam on madam the number be man. Ukodi be how many minutes e wo dan ni mu?
Mom, but me call and do 10 to 20 minutes because I can't really give the accurate time, but me call any man because of all the things he was doing, and I was even showing him the apartment and all that on my phone.
But when we say one must be or be when you man or feel one would one then one.
The only thing that he did was, but in Sabbath to me, come on, I'm kind of showing him and suffering me shoulder so, and also pick down the night to say, or the massage like, or the song some night, or massage me night, and I'm me night. That's the only thing. I didn't kiss him. I didn't hug him. There's nothing like that. I didn't even drink water in his apartment. All that, he offered me water first. Then he went to bring drink. I didn't even take that drink. Before Allah, so for a morning chicken breast. And I said, I'm not here for all that.
Okay. On your reception, when you need oh who no say my mention me who just the whole thing in and say the mommy say measure into so when I was shatter when I was shatter black out that way.
There be me can't go for on video or telegram na ma send your mom.
Oh, what mammy you must show me.
Me na me share ash midina more one.
Okay. When I was share glasses way no. So okay. I'm me person me share. Okay, so who call ni there? Ni dining video when you fa. Oh,
I'm posting and or posting ko see time ma me read them hono that's all.
This is her. Wait.
What's your name? Are you working here?
Okay, so I had them here. It's way yeah. Okay, so Oje will number one more honum. Then on would eka will be say up your apartment no. Or honum one farm by video ni mo.
But should I be what share video now? Oma edit where film like a trimu kakra and san or the phone ni shemensa. A trimu kakra and san or the phone ni shemensa. O share video now don't say Obisa said you work here and I say no. Baby Anamika say I'm into real estate. Honum side no why ye Fiona or the akodru baby or the phone ni shemensa.
Okay, and now who call ono kasa wie ye no wo se wo no madam when you fa wo no madam eka kira wo madam say when you be your person rent apartment
Me madam me kon kwa me video it ma send us as video no so video no na ma send ya mo sisi ano ira ko scouting no video na ma send
oh to that Saturday na mu one ne kasa wie na wona o madam e ko papa ne honom no ba wa no madam anko broni ni fie honom
abida me madam ne call scouting no for apartments no I would tell my honum side into ye by 18 dash and the bridge on side no and I me madam ma me ye boat from there and I me be share man no gallery or
yeah then I think say madam have to come and clear you say akwa ne buy say or no share no or approach you say or per apartment into who no madam kasai madam tiase and now madam oma wo boat say fakoho and who call ye no so no or buy for say obegu nipa ni mase I am not happy about their akosono yeni anu memba ni bi it's very bad but I no interest say obia on ne kasai bia on ne daye ye wo mu say ye nuano memba ni bia nya ade but ye ntumi emfa wo mu nyenkogu kal kwan mu say car emfa wo mo so because of nkrofo bi wo mo dia wo mo ye bad na we ya hweye ema ye na we ya hweye ema wa ware wa wo ngware ye because obi wo obi hia wo no papa no nam no n'adwuma o ye ni well sisi odi akwagugu ni baby a ojiska. And see, that is only thing that he have to do is just get in crop for victims. And see, Serena, yes, Ramon, say, munya careful. Ye nim, one on one die, he say, yari, I want we don't know. We don't know. What that daw, in summer, there's no way so she'll be, no, I can say, how old are you? No, abone dinner, or say, give me my number. He have to be, or no one kasaya getting yama so much before. But we chucha honum. And dra unche Doris ne de na. I say, papa ni owomo kwa na kwani dinechi. Womo ko na kwani dinechi. We Esther, so your victim. We have to talk and all of us have to come together and do this. But madam, the patrofa madam ne number mame. Na yen friend na afi at the same time ni yen how we say be. But yeah, wane nanda. Selena wane papa nanda. Selena any video or papa ni video na we post no. Selena ni video nka ho no wo bedroom honum or call bedroom honum. But ni na deja video enka ho. Baby a post ye tama uko dem honum no. That is what we are not defending them. We are not defending them. We are trying to put the right information out there. We cannot let Obimba yon chrome na ombegu ye ni mase. And we were going to sit down and say, oh, are you true? We are not going to do that. We are not going to do that. Obi, would they assemble court to crown pa? You are not guilty till they find you guilty. So we are not defending them. We are trying so much to put the right thing out there. Say, this is what happened. Yemi anumen ni bi ono womada. Ya tiasiye. But enye womu ina. Yen me mfa wo mu ina nkwa nkwashem because there's a reason why obinu won beko ho. There's a reason why some obeka akire wo mo. But oba bi betumi aba nti wo oti we mba bi embedu wo demu. Wo no wo ma face wo oba ne ntie ma wane nanda em oba ne pie da na. We do it happen all the time. Wo pa che say wo yo be ma mba wo no wo mu ko dan mu nya na no wo mu dae. No, obi wo ne beko demu wo betumi ayi na tare ono be preso obe hye na tare obe pie. We are not going to say mbani ni ono womo die. So we are not going to stop defending them. Those that they have done, they didn't do anything wrong. No. We are not going to let him throw them under the bus. Na omungu omenimase. We are your ba or kum or ba. Nebusia fotia etiase. So we have to talk to madam. I will just post the video and I need to say menya o madam the number. Now at the same time, no, don't go and do anything to yourself. It will go on for some times. It will end. Only thing that I am just saying is say, who didn't cry ama home. Say uko dine mu one na kwanko ye bibia. Nti so china bi na so mo post video. Ye nko hu video biala na wa bo wa deja. Ono dampem. That is all. Waka wo no kre se wo kun obaji wa tuma ye be pa ne chew. So obaji wa tuma amen. So nju wo ntumu so a it is one of this wenum ye social eba onipa na brabom. but you stay true to yourself and you don't go and do anything bad to yourself. You don't go say obekwa akoye wo ho bone, obekwa akonu medru na obekwa akoye ade bone bi. It is too shall pass. It's one of those things. I don't want you to say I didn't be sure because don't you it about for a reason. He came there for a reason. He came purposely for say oba pemba onamini anadwene nti asem obeka eniama obeye or he was getting a juma na no ye washishe ne juma so I'm tell Selena fa o madam ne number fa mame wo no madam nkasa na catch wo madam say ye bet mate e was say who ne nkasa say me pese me ne kasa na or accept ya na frame me back na yen friend na yen tie de besi me pa cho. Okay, all right. Almost say no. Can you? Or say, okay. Or can a married woman go to another man's room? No. Or say, or your real estate. One more di a dine Emma high. Enti akwani shia no. Obisa ne say. Edi adwuma no ye eno ka kire ne say wo mo de dan ma high or your real estate eno say ono kura or pedan high because baby a ote no e dan ne bu ne ye den me patcho wo eno say okay nti eye no eno je ne number ena Selena we o ka kire ne madam say menya obi a o pese we den o high dan ena madam no kura wo mo ko baby nti eyeye na madam no order boat e de man no eno ko papa ne ho no nti owo video ni try see from on a girl ne kasa no ena time girl no ko ni fie no but nti no e was say yan who say oh we wane nanda video bie ni wa ya bon adeja what ya say nti yesremo ya pamoncho yesremo diaba no enye nti mam yemfa enyama hihiem na yenku yenuanom bi no omani mase diaba no enye. We are not going to sit here and say oh you okay enye okay eyenim guase ema Ghana omani nia na nsenya boy bi ba ya oba Ghana no e di Ghana din kwanim. I'm being honest with you. At the Ghana din kwanim. What was in Kwafanya no woman Google Ghana. Into obi okra until Ghana din nida. Into dia guy ne de no at the Ghana din kwanim. We at yenim guase ba Ghana. Okay? So only thing that we are all saying say, we should tell wonga woman from no yen ka womasem. But wonga woman from yen so no, we shouldn't allow them. Say woman suffer sa. Man no more to be a mama dream. I am begging you guys. Yes, Ramo.
Okay, so in some way, and one of the ladies on this Russia guy we have encounter no. Or no see us waware. See an asena worry about bigu. Adenya videos never any kunu se on Jenindi. But no part say owura papa na apartment. O share papa no more. Ono kura papa na apartment. But on the papa no and that. And also videos were papa ne fan bra. Because you see an worry egu. Aside from the nebusian force so air channel. And aside from that too, the issue is that neba baako ko school so no asenim guasie amanfo started at omonsa ewon so that is a very 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 sad issue. Now to also no call the camp of Excellency John Dramani Mahama and that sorry the Automobile Dealers Union of Ghana omodin simbi ababetuja say tete cars eso thanks to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. It will show the whole screen so say vehicle prices dropped by 15%. The Automobile Dealers Union of Ghana announces a nationwide reduction during exchange rate stability and abolition of COVID-19 levy. So, according to Sankofuya, almost here from the Automobile Dealers of Ghana, almost dealing cars, and yeah, they are normal parties say, and which is the 15th of February 2026, you know, omo eyi omo titi cast no so say who 15% discount. And then because of how our dollar and above form, and also how our taxes are ukraka if you are on COVID-19 levy tax, you know. Sa charge na sa yani sika no mojeno yi sa 20 fi ho. Because of the amount of the car Ghana prices on above from. Also, Automobile Dealers Association, Dealers Union of Ghana announces 15% reduction vehicle prices following exchange rate stability and abolition of COVID-19 levy. Until Chemu say because of how our COVID-19 levy, you know, yes, scrap it. Anyhow, our dollar now is stable. No, or more so by 15%. I'll say the Automobile Dealers Union of Ghana, that is ADOC, wishes to formally inform the general public that in line with earlier commitment, members of the union have reduced vehicle prices by an average of 15%, following the relative stabilization of the Ghana cedi against the dollar, as well as the abolition of the COVID-19 levy. The decision action reflects the union long-standing promise to Ghanaians that any meaningful stabilization of the exchange rate will translate into vehicle pricing rather than excess profiteering. We are pleased to state that our members have acted in good faith with a strong sense of national responsibility. Over the past months, the cost of vehicles in Ghana was significantly impacted by exchange rate volatility. High import duties, shipping costs, and global supply chain pressures. During the period, ADOC consistently assured the public that the price of the exchange rate showed signs of stability. Vehicle prices will be reviewed downward. So in some normal camp, you know, say Mahama before Beba Bemuna, we know say cedi near 15 year there. Then also now most of the taxes were there, but now the cedi has gone down, and most of the unnecessary taxes are buying if you and not because of that, so more prices so because it's just fair enough. Also, with the recent improvements and relative consistency in the exchange rate environment, our members have honored the promise by adjusting prices across the range of vehicles, including brand new hybrid, electric, and home use vehicles. Some price based on insema akono abasisiano or matite cars so and I just say cars or matite sono because of a year dollar no any levies or may if you want brand new cars, hybrid cars in so I mean saying that is the issue so this is definitely one of the good news about people are applauding His Excellency John Dramani Mahama after the Automobile Dealers Association of Ghana on December 2 or matete car prices so now we gave you an update say a year in your Bema A+ or the bill be called Parliament adenya nansi no wa worry wono oyere wo ho na bibisi obaba ko hia emuja ye ko hospital na ye ko check ya yesemunya compatible kana minti ase abofra no oni ni muja no ense no problem ami ko DNA wo ko ye DNA abofra ni nyina anya wo de ekoso da antenna akoso na kwame A+ chese na nsin owo ho na a 70-year-old man bi ba ya obeka che ne say omba 5 na mba 5 no after almost 30-something years of marriage, I was sharing boyfriend in a university, me school, my warning at the other no. BBC, no DNA test and bofra 5 and back up and back. And until no, Chrysanla or the CEO of Ghana Celebrities, together with other people, no, they have joined Kwame A+ to send this bill to Parliament to criminalize what we call paternity fraud, which means all your banner on the bemada. Na Nisemba. Now they could show before fra. Na DNA expose they will arrest you. A+, I will explain the reason behind this particular bill. In TV video by
Children's Act 96 Act 560. I stand to be corrected. Aligning with some rare ya can kind of pepe. Say akorebi ebe wuni bi ano so eden. Ohune papa ohune mami. Now, meaning papa bi awawo 5 with this 70 years. Nansi anu hu say 4 yen na dia. Ba ko pe na yen na dia.
Yeah, shame crofoma wo. Crofoma ye hwe won.
Also for our experience
we are doing.
Tio.
Usani Debia.
Tio. Minimum bi a wawo 5. Nansi nya we di 70 ewie. Kwaku ya bo 630. Ni nyina hwe for me.
Wani kwaku. You mean the man?
About 6:30. 2 ni nyina hwe the same.
Junior.
I feel we who say Emma 5 no ba ko pe na ene dia.
Oh.
Minimum bi a obefa ne ma kwa abrochire.
That one happens all the time.
Ye koye onkoye die na oba na koloya fo no aka chem say die na onye. O de omu ye no mfiri. No say ya yetumi fa nkora na nko. Say and okra ne say nkora na omu ye papa ne dia. Papa ne tabrochire ni say ne ma 4 wa.
Obo mo ka.
Obo mo ka. Nyem dia.
It happens with that lamte.
It be the two that lamte. Now wo ya I like the argument. Emrasem de ye ka nkrofo be kire mo adwen bebre opinions no dos ni nyina me gitum enra me che say me hu say me bra pani o ye mra nimfo abeka say ye sa amra na ye owura Kofi Bentil o say ye sa amra na kire say ye be criminalize adultery say o edwamanbo ye crime and I say adultery cry like wafa wukun echi
adultery, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Mebo obian ka say wa ware a menkofa boy na menkotwa wo hu enya no hu mra na ye ka
nkonyemu mehye obi
ye wo ware na pese wo fa mema tena mra bie ni wiase e kire se wa ware ntuntumi nko fa be ma hu mra bie ni wo kunu hu obi ja no betumi eja wo bo bie ntumi ya wo hwe ware so betumi fa mema wo pe bia but at the time na wo so fokum chacha ware na mote dan mu no na woni obi foforo hye ho no se nyinsan ba na wo de bre osofokum chacha a wonim se wo twa wo ho
kodi behye
ena ebi akum chacha de wom 2 ena obi de wom 3 na kire se kum chacha yen se otumi wo otumi wo bo wanko wo 3 abeka ne de no na later we be hu se da bi oba bi onyim bia nim ne ba papa
no kore akoda yi mu so a won seme hwemanim hweme mama
yeah dey
from experience asa wa kan mudu
akwara oba bi a oni emema mienu kwa ware oni emema oni another man enya affair wonyema obi aka sema nkonyem emre bi enu ache se nkonyem ba wonyema ansa na wo de bebre papa we nu wonim se wo twa wo papa we onim se wo twa wo enti da so ba catch papa we se mira ayi em said that no for run about no ho na ayenyin sen enti me say na ware no ida say ye ntumi nto aso because makofa enyin sen aba o ti ase
so ye sure
enti no ida say wan kasa wo be ye wo DNA test bill na ye kasa ye de ko parliament anya say bi afi na ye dwen ho bill no ya bill na wie ya ye wie ye de be ko afi na enne na ya set up lawyers na ye de omunyina bom say obi agree ya draft bill that be meba obi so argument ne say ye wo mra wo hodeda echi obi a wa engage in fraud enti no ade no say san ko ye mra no so obi de fraudulently de ba mo obi a ye better achi no na me question me bi so omre say ahobasie mu a me pamcho Ghana ha ye ni mra wo ha unusual carnal knowledge ewo ye criminal code no ansa na yewura honorable Sam George ene ne team no omude another emra for parliament a bill LGBT
family
bill ye de koy we had it me ba cho ye ni mra okrom ha say we echi offensive conduct emra say ukofo obi ade anya wo dia ni nyina ni Ghana ha but say ye sign ye another mra act 1036 Land Act 2020 1036 a cano explicitly say wo ko fa obi asase say wo ko de say wo ko ye landguard obi asase so emra ne kan nyina ye ni family emra wo krom ha na 1036 no mu a e be kire say wo ni obi ware na say mu ye property a every property you acquire during the subsistence of the marriage between for one way but ya shed ayamra and I think that so many men have gone through a lot and like Nanaba said somebody must also speak for the men.
Yeah,
men of valor.
Somebody must also speak for the brotherhood.
Yeah, bre.
Enkrofo ahwe enkrofo ma bebre.
Hey, and how can you say
Hey, Osofo, share your pain.
Mama Osofo share the pain.
I said
Now, if you
Baby Titi.
so for problem, no so for problem, I'm to me so.
Listen.
Ebe my hair blow. So listen, akwala bi owo awo na. Me say na pantan efiri tu ma pega. Ena ne hwen efiri ball.
Okay, so that is again some Kwame A+ edit 2 dra. Now, you better so near coincent for so. Me no can say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na edit 2 dra say okupie mo AU, the African Union. Now, or the same 2 dra. Now, right after His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edits Assembly 2 dra, and Italian president, Giorgia Meloni, and also the same ebe 2 dra. Now, AU invited Giorgia Meloni, so on my speech any idea but Mahama a man speech no Giorgia Meloni so be man speech and you could clearly see say a heated battle. John Dramani Mahama was saying something else and Giorgia Meloni was also hitting back as His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. I don't know how far or how intense this can go or strain Ghana's relationship with Italy, but then that was how we the viewers we saw. Now, for those of you I'm going to share video no the Mahama Kasa ya Emma Italian President Giorgia Meloni and also back out or back Kasa Bebrino. This was what John Dramani Mahama said. Oh, share a brief video of what he said. But then John Dramani Mahama and some of the two journalists say Abrofone be colonize it. We understand. When we colonize it, they took a lot of things, our good, the robbed us of our monies, our resources, and even far from all of these things, President John Dramani Mahama essentially to just say, "Niema ye nananom na omo cherish a good deal bits the golden stool in the artifacts, Brony area and your Krum museum." So what John Dramani Mahama is saying is that all these things are brought from the fire. Number one, they should return it. Number two, you go then near Momuvia ya omodia yo mukru yino. Omo emaye what we in literal terms compensation, but then in this case very reparations. Now ho ena Giorgia Meloni onoso obeji Mike na oka say yati de mokano, but then enye your fault say modasu himu ye mpesa mbeba hi crew a whole lot of things, but then yenti just a brief portion of what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama said. Yeah, ba you could see in summer Meloni so obe responde ya. These two leaders basically are at each other's truths.
We must speak with one voice until every African object that's unjustly held abroad is returned, not merely to a location but to a people, returned to a living culture, returned to its rightful spiritual and historical origin. In line with this continental momentum, I reiterate the announcement I made during the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly last September. Ghana has initiated the process to table a resolution at the UN General Assembly in March this year, seeking global recognition of the transatlantic slave trade as one of the gravest crimes against humanity. This is not symbolic diplomacy, it's a necessary moral clarification of history. I urge the forthcoming 39th Assembly of the AU to lend full and unflinching support to this historic resolution. A zero draft of the proposed resolution will soon be circulated to all member states for consultation and coordinated advocacy. The evidence is compelling, the legal foundations are firm, the moral imperative is undeniable. And so let Addis Ababa 2026 mark a turning point. Let it be said that in 2026 in Addis Ababa, Africa chose to honor its past and to define its future. Let it be said that we transformed memory into policy, that we converted the grievances of our past into a collective strategy, and that we turned our history into sovereign action. Let us not defer justice, let us not postpone dignity, let us act, and let us act together.
Okay, so that is what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edit to just said, or the or bet a table resolution and that's all the same down UN say a profound number year or Ghana and a crime. Omuvia ya niema. Omufa sanye many nina embra back. Now, Giorgia Meloni, Italian Prime Minister, also be Kasai. Be quick one, or say, Mama Esa Posti, or say, as I announced during the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly in September last year, I have initiated a process to table a resolution at the General Assembly in March this year, seeking global recognition and seeking global recognition of the transatlantic slave trade as the grievous crime against humanity. Now, Oba down has said so. Mahama Eka say, in my report to the General Assembly, that's the African Union Heads of State this morning, I'm advancing cause of justice and payment of reparations of Africans and people of African descent. So, same way na Mahama Eka say, or Sansu to to UN in him say, the America for the UN, UK for be no. A greatest crime, no. Aside from that crime, or parties or justice. Justice, they say, any man or more fire, no. They need to compensate us or give our monies, our gold and things back to us. Because he seek a enomiko sees your mukro. Now, we and anye Italian Prime Minister there. Donald Trump na down for if any Italian if it's Giorgia Meloni. And all parties over that sorry na amount for if it desert so. If Ghana and Libya desert so more by Italy or see a sermo. And you know slave trade generations ne papa no, so you can't tell her to pay for the sins of ne papa no. And then no obia when the resources Italy for air dream Ghana for so monje nobody should come to the crew the onoka say immigration yenti in sama Giorgia Meloni or the two.
Presidents, prime ministers, authorities, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor for me to be here with you today. And I would like to express my heartfelt thanks once again to President Yusuf and President Lorenzo, as well as to all of you for this historic opportunity offered to Italy. The invitation to participate in the Assembly of Heads of State and Government of the African Union, the forum in which this organization discusses its fundamental political choices and determines the strategic direction of the continent, is a recognition that can only make Italy proud and that will Italy accept with respect and a sense of responsibility. It is a demonstration of trust that we will not disappoint. I have the honor to lead a nation that has in its DNA characteristics that historically make it a respected and valued partner. Propensity for dialogue, capacity for discussion, respect for others before anything else. A nation that has built part of its identity and its foreign policy on the profound meaning of a world that in times as unstable and unpredictable as ours can be the key to charting the course. And that word is cooperation. The word cooperation comes from the Latin cooperare, to work with. True cooperation, that is, never sees an active and a passive subject, but exists only in a relation between equals, a relation in which the specificities of each one are indispensable for achieving a common goal. If you look down on someone, you cannot cooperate with them. If you want to plunder their resources, you are not cooperating with them. Even if you just want to give charity, you cannot call it cooperation, for cooperation is another thing. And what Italy wants to do is to cooperate. Yesterday, together with many of you, we attended the second Italy-Africa Summit, the first ever to be held on this continent. I would like to thank the Ethiopian Prime Minister, my friend Abiy Ahmed, and the leaders of the African Union for their hospitality and cooperation in organizing the event. In that context, we discussed what we can do to further strengthen and consolidate one of the most concrete outcomes of this idea of cooperation, which is the Mattei Plan for Africa. The investment plan that Italy has implemented in various nations of the continent in areas ranging from infrastructure to agriculture, from health to training. This is a strategy that we have built together because we do not conceive of the Mattei Plan as an Italian plan for Africa, but as Italy's contribution to your agenda, with a particular focus on this year on water-related projects. It is an open platform for putting our know-how, our technologies, our investments at the service of the objectives that the African Union has set out in Agenda 2063, starting with the creation of a continental free trade area that is integrated and prosperous. This is an ambitious goal which we will support and which will require efficient, secure, and fast economic interconnections in order to be achieved. Like the Lobito corridor, the railway and infrastructure backbone that will connect African markets to global ones and bring people, ideas, and economies closer together. A strategic project that sees Italy at the forefront together with the United States and the European Union. In short, the Mattei Plan is a comprehensive strategy that generates concrete benefits for our peoples and aims to continually expand its scope, relying on the irreplaceable contribution of major United Nations agencies, and I want to thank the Secretary General Antonio Guterres, but also the World Bank, the African Development Bank, and many other partners who increasingly share our vision. 2 years ago in Rome, we set out the course together. And in recent years, we have followed it with consistency and determination, adding a new piece to the mosaic each time and bringing new nations on board every year. We have done so on many fronts, starting with what I consider to be crucial for building a true free Africa capable of determining its own destiny, addressing the issue of debt. We wanted to chart a course on this issue as well. Therefore, Italy has decided to launch a vast program to convert the debt of African nations, which includes, among its main points, the complete transformation of the debt of the most fragile and vulnerable countries into investments, and the strengthening of the contribution to the World Bank's AIDA funds. Similarly, we've introduced specific debt suspension clauses into our bilateral loans, allowing African nations affected by extreme weather events to free up fiscal space to help their population and rebuild essential infrastructures. These are choices based on justice and responsibility, which are crucial for freeing up resources that are vital for development and for assuring peace and prosperity, including in those areas of the continent that are currently more affected than others by instability, insecurity, and serious humanitarian crises, such as neighboring Sudan and Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. But we also want our collaboration to be political at the multilateral level. We want to help strengthen the valuable work carried out daily by the African Union, ensuring greater consistency to the mediation activities carried out by the UN and the European Union and key international partners. We will continue to do our part, because we are aware that the future of Italy and Europe also depends on a secure, prosperous, and peaceful Africa. It is often said in the many analyses of the troubled and complex times we are living in that history has started running again. This is true. And my opinion is that today it is running here. Africa is not a marginal chapter in this story, far from it. And those who do not understand this scenario risk being left behind. But those who understand this scenario see the reality. A continent with 1,000 peculiarities and 1,000 demands, some of which are very different from each other. A continent rich in resources, raw materials, and arable land, which can count on a decisive force in the age of knowledge, which is human capital. This is why Italy has focused much of its energy on training projects for young people, including in the field of artificial intelligence. In short, our point of view is that Italy and Europe cannot think about the future without taking Africa into proper consideration, because our future also depends on yours. Aware of this, Italy intends to continue to be a privileged bridge between Europe and Africa, making available the strength of its institutions, its great tradition of dialogue, and the expertise of its companies. We want to do this also to achieve another goal that we all consider momentous, to guarantee the men and women of this continent a freedom that has often been denied them, the freedom to choose to remain in their country, to contribute to its growth without being forced to leave it, often paying unscrupulous traffickers to risk their lives in an attempt to cross the Mediterranean. Those who believe that migration is necessary and indispensable are in fact acting selfishly. If young people leave their land and their people in pursuit of the promise of a better life, what will become of the history, culture, and existence of the country they have abandoned? These words are not mine, nor those of a political leader, but of a son who is proud of Africa and who holds Africa's future close to his heart, which is the Ghanaian Cardinal Robert Sarah. Clearly, in order to guarantee the right not to have to emigrate, it is necessary to offer concrete opportunities for training and work, to enhance human capital and improve the quality of education, invest in skills and educational systems, and create industrial partnership and joint ventures capable of generating stable, quality employment in the territories. This is our mission, which is being put into practice in the many initiatives that Italy is promoting, including together with the African Union. And what I would like to see today is in this solemn place dedicated to another great son of a free and proud Africa, Nelson Mandela, is a great alliance between us to put training, research, university, and innovation at the center of our common commitment. An alliance aimed not at taking away talent, but at multiplying it and building a model of development that respects people and values different identities. Presidents, prime ministers, dear friends, Pliny the Elder, one of the most famous historians of ancient Rome, said that something new always arises from Africa. So my wish for each of us is that something new may truly arise from today's meeting. something that no one expects or that many considered impossible. For impossible is usually the word that people without courage use. Something capable of astonishing the world and suddenly making everything we have seen so far seem trivial. I thank you all.
Okay, so that was Georgia Meloni, some of the two jobs. The last part you heard said Sabana or can I say, yen tackle migration. Na sisi adobia efi Africa aba abrofo kruma. What will be left of the African continent? Our culture, our people, our customs, and our values. That is exactly what Georgia Maloney in some more kind right after His Excellency John Dramani Mahama or some two says Africa compensation for a dam any abra brofon ebe boy to say in this same vein, there's another conversation arise here. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama akam kasi da man for be I start say kase yampa. Now yesterday we give you an update say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edia to say the issue of Ghana cocoa any Ghana cocoa crisis is very deep. Why? Because cocoa cranny issues what we are doing and what we have to do as a nation is that first of all, the cocoa beans in the beko ni akotoma brofo no nti yakoni akotoma brofo na no mo ama process any chocolates no mo dia brey, and in so doing at the end of the day, intimi profits. I mean, no can say sema His Excellency John Dramani Mahama editu jaro. Ama niema bebre epi. Now, for those of you amunti exactly what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama editu jaro, we will play just a little bit of it. Kakrebi pe ye babaka Ghana for more bruchi binum or master kasa akwa even at the place the biggest chocolate factory in the US. Said Ghana cocoa. And yet, yes, so it's good to say, Ghana, see, and you see if I cocoa ni komu be and process it. Yeah, the interview, Baba.
We're going to stop foreign funding for the purchase of our cocoa. We are going to raise domestic bonds. We have enough CDs in Ghana to pay for our cocoa. We're going to raise domestic bonds, buy our own cocoa. We don't need to collateralize the beans. I know the interesting part. We have the capacity to process 400,000 tons of those beans, processing capacity in Ghana. But because the beans are collateralized, we cannot even allocate those beans to the local processors. We have to ship all the beans outside. Now, if we buy the beans ourselves, we can take 400,000 tons out of the beans and give to our local processors to add value. That is what the Accra research is about. I say by 2030, there are not going to be any raw mineral ores leaving Ghana. You're not going to ship manganese ores out of Ghana raw. You're not going to ship bauxite ore out of Ghana raw. You're not going to ship iron ore out of Ghana raw. You must process all that locally.
So that was in Sema His Excellency John Dramani Mahama editu jase see and cocoa ni found ko amano no munko process and beton my debi. We will do it ourselves and sell it to them. Now, me know kase sisi no Ghana for be no more abroach. You must start kasa. Now, in this particular series of videos, you hear from the various angles. People even going to chocolate factories to say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama initiative or the Abba say by 2030 we wouldn't be exporting cocoa beans raw to foreigners like that. A very good thing. You should be doing a babaka a better also.
So this is chocolate town. This is supposed to be in Ghana. This is chocolate town. Look, chocolate town. We are also Ghana. Ghana ni India cocoa na. I want to be in chocolate town. We never say Ghana be chocolate town. But chocolate town. Ghana cocoa no me chocolate. Omedi chocolate. Ama so no matter to say Hershey. I chocolate town. Just say okwa ni mo kwa ya try say welcome to Hershey, the sweetest place on earth. Ni na Ghana cocoa. Okwa World Cocoa Marketing Platform as well. Hershey one of the biggest places for Ghana cocoa. Yes, na yet me use cocoa the profit. When him say cocoa no so the fee Ghana e be do ha. The profit here over 2,000%. Because cocoa in your fee Ghana, the fee harbor no pay. In your fee harbor no pay a 300% increase in the price. Inti amo documentary share cocoa farm. we I was like che are wo semo che nti mo hwe sis baby o mo fa cocoa fi baby a cocoa fi e badu kromo ha mo hwe che 69% in West Africa. We are Ghana and Ivory Coast, no. 69% Ghana and Ivory Coast, no. So what you can see here is only Ghana and Ivory Coast. Maybe a cocoa fee, and so they do US, I'm on the chocolate. On my illustrations, full illustrations. We do a Ghana nip harvesting, higher harvesting. We ultimately a Ghana nip. Women are papa we class minimum no farmer we as a minimum no women are say we Ghana and cocoa ne bag itime hu okay only 270 beans to make 1 pound of chocolate just say a whole documentary of I am pass here chocolate no we na we say we Ghana but it will be man so higher to say, cocoa, no, and I'm the about chocolate, and I see a science museum. Museum, no, also, you have to say, I'm a chocolate museum. We just a value addition of cocoa, no, I have more than 2,000, like I said earlier, value addition. See, we now, I was like, I'm a Ghana. We are winning. Or say what I'm a Ghana, but it will be my answer.
NDC4, whatever MPP is doing to you, me, I support the MPP 100%. Cocoa board issue, no. When you came to power, the mess this MPP people caused at the cocoa board. And you are coming to Ghanaians to explain what to us. What do you say, cocoa farmer, no? Or better, the can I say? Instead of you going after the people who were managing the cocoa board, catching them, making it an evidence for Ghanaians to see the rot they have placed at the cocoa board. More and more explaining, the world market has come down. That is why our prices have come down and the debt MPP people left for us. In conformity, yes, can almost me supporting MPP 400%. Almost fine. Some say, one amunim law, one amubefa Supreme Court nyamaso. It is you NDC. Democracy. I'm telling you guys this. These MPP people, they know what they are doing. Instead of you going after the people who are managing the cocoa board, catching them, prosecuting them, telling Ghanaians and showing Ghanaians that these are the people who stole the money from the cocoa board. Go around explaining. Say world market and then yama. You know they left about 3.2 billion debt. Says he can why would they do say he can? NDC. Munkwana munim democracy. To me case akosi saying can Japan can the oforiata ni dia na kosi saying gifty oware ni dia na kosi saying no ko 2 years o governance is 4 years and I'm on nipa ba ku kran tu mu. Do you want us to take you serious? Who you said that Mahama it can change something? One of the main reasons why people voted you into power was to make sure that all these people go to jail. Today who to me wants to stand for MPP chairmanship national. Nikes na kosi saying. Baumia PDS akosi saying. Ekufado PDS akosi saying. When you were in opposition, you told us all these things, and some of us placed our life over there for you to come to power. We are almost getting to 2 years. 2 years, we have entered into the second year. Munchi ni papa kukrantumu. Boahi, ni issue na kosi saying. You want to play with Ghanaians, eh? Don't play with us. We can give you this rope. But remember, Ghanaians are not fools. Ghanaians are not foolish people. And this the people for the yamono. Me, I support them. I'm finding them.
Okay, Tip for EDBC, I say thank you so much for watching us. I'm a boy, will come your way again with more updates.